This is The Filter on iHeart Podcasts Canada.
Ruby from iHeartRadio, thank you so much for talking to us. Katy Perry, you have a huge announcement. You're coming to Canada.
Oh, I was just going to say I make a great avocado toast.
Well, that's a great announcement too. You can share that too if you want.
Okay, yes, I am bringing the Lifetimes tour to Canada. Thank God. It's been a long time and I'm ready to get back in.
So what can your Canadian fans look forward to on this tour?
My Canadian fans are going to get an incredible show. They are going to get probably something bespoke for them.
Okay.
Cannot reveal just yet, but I am going to bring the Lifetimes tour, which is a dance party, which will be, a combination of so many of the things, so many of the songs that they already know, plus a few little dancey ones from 143. And it's gonna be the spectacle it always is. I love to create worlds. I love to create immersive experiences. I love bringing fans on stage. I love when everybody dresses up in the theme. So it's gonna be a night, and you don't want to miss it.
And at this point, what is your favorite song to perform? Like, what are you looking forward to the most?
I love all the songs that I get to play, and I've taken a lot of the songs from past and judged them, given them a little bit more BPM. But I'm excited to play Lifetimes, which the tour is named after. That's a big dance song that I've had a lot of fun with over the past few months. But I want strangers to connect under the same roof. It's a very unique experience that doesn't really exist anywhere else, because like in sport, I guess you would do the same thing, but you're still cheering on two different teams. When you go to a concert, you're singing the same song with the same singer person, and there's just this sense of unity.
But you want your fans to chest bump too.
Yeah, chest bump, however they see fit. Yes.
Okay.
There's going to be some cool features about this tour, which there's 2 pits, like dance pits. And then there's also some really cool kind of club areas with like, I dare to put in a bar on each side. So there's going to be some fun adult beverages, and the kids are going to have a blast too.
Okay, well, it sounds like a party. And you're going to be spending basically a huge chunk of your summer in Canada. So what are you looking forward to the most for that?
I mean, honestly, I would love any kind of submissions of what I should be doing. I think that on my days off, they will be more tailored to whatever Daisy, my daughter, who's 4, that will be turning 5 during, that summer. Whatever you think that is best for a 4 or 5-year-old. Yeah. So please, any recommendations? Let's go.
Okay, please make your suggestions for Katy Perry. We would love that. She's also welcome to come hang out with my daughter. She's 2, but I'm sure they would still have fun together.
Yes, they would. They would.
And you're also going to be at the iHeartRadio Jingle Ball. We're going to be there too, so make sure you come say hi. And then after that, like, do you have some time to like wind down a little bit before you head out on this big tour, or is it just kind of go for you?
No, I mean, it's good. We'll do a lot of prep in the spring, but yeah, I love my holidays, and I love, I've just put my order in for putting up lights on my house. Like I'm getting ready. I don't have my tree up yet because here in the States we have Thanksgiving first. So
yes.
And a lot of people like to put their tree up now, and I'm like, oh, can we go one holiday at a time, please? Please.
I feel like that's fair. And I mean, you've got a lot going on. You were also recently at a Sabrina Carpenter show. That looked super fun. Did you have
the girls?
Well, did you have a chance to talk to her and like impart any, advice or wisdom for her?
Oh, she is already full of all of that wisdom. Yeah, I got to see her afterwards, and she met my nieces who I brought, and they had the little kiss on their back. They're big fans, and they looked at me. They were like, "Wow." They think I'm cool, but I'm really getting cooler now to them, you know, they're 10 and 8. So they're like, whoa, Auntie Kay knows the girls.
I love that that's what it took. You're just like, oh, do you know who I am? You don't want to do that to your own nieces, though.
I'm Auntie Kay. I'm Auntie Kay. But they had a lot of fun at the show, and the show is spectacular. It was short. It was sweet. It was jam-packed. It wasn't like too, you know, sometimes shows can get really, really long, and especially with young kids, it's like, it's hard to keep them in one place when it's late at night. We went on a Sunday night before school. So all those things will be considered now that I have a child for tour. I used to go on stage at like 9:30, and I was like, no big deal. And now when I'm going to concerts, especially with my nieces, I'm like, oh, this better start at 8:00. I need this to start at 8:00.
See, this is what I keep saying. I feel like we need to have matinees. Like if you came to Toronto and did like a 3 p.m., I would love that. I would be there.
I would love a matinee. I would love a matinee.
Fantastic.
I'm not going to do it. So
okay, I understand.
Do it.
And when you teased,
that would be 2 shows in one day, probably.
Which I think we would also support. So if you do decide to do that, I'm just saying, we would fill the stadiums. And when you teased Woman's World, you were in a closet, and one of the things you were next to was a Legolas t-shirt. So I do have to ask, is that yours or is it his? Because I do like the idea of him walking around with himself on a face. Oh my gosh, are you going to get it? This is amazing. Or she just left. She stormed out of the interview. Oh my gosh.
There you go, guys.
And with the blur around right now, it just like it circled his face perfectly.
That's
that was
my
amazing.
shirt. That's my shirt, and I wore it to Coachella. It's an iconic shirt.
I love that. That is fantastic. And one of the things I did want to tell you before I have to let you go, because I know we're on a time limit. A few years ago, we did an activation outside one of your concerts, and they asked me if I would dress up as you. And I was like, well, to what end? Because I was like, I'm no Katy Perry. Like, I don't know what you're expecting. So this is how it turned out. This is me dressed up as you outside the show.
I think
and I just
this.
Thank you. But I just want you to know that I was like, guys, I don't know what we're expecting from this. People lined up outside your show to have a picture with basically like Katy Perry, essentially. And
Parody.
So I'm just wondering, as the real Katy Perry, like, how does it feel to know that your fans are so dedicated that they would line up to have a picture with me dressed as Katy Perry just to have, you know, some sort of close enough souvenir at your show?
Well, that's why I'm coming back on tour, because I owe them. And that's why I called it Lifetimes, because I feel like we've grown up together. Like, I think like some of the people that will be coming to this show that are fans of mine have been fans for over 15 years, and their whole life is different from the first time, you know, I ever put out a song or they came to a show. There's been such an evolution. Some people have their own families. I mean, maybe they're bringing their own kids. It's going to be wild to see how beautifully we've all grown up together in real life.
Are you looking forward to, you know, there's going to be mom and daughter matching outfits at your shows?
Yeah, I'm twinning. What do they call that? What do they call that?
Twinning. Yeah, for sure.
I think there's another term for it, but I did all that. I did all that from like 0 to about 3, and now she just wants to change 4 times a day.
Oh, okay, well, I have that to look forward to then, I guess. In addition to your shows in Canada, we can't wait to see you. Katy Perry, thank you so much for talking to us.
Nice to see you, Ruby.
Thanks for listening to The Filter, an iHeart Podcasts Canada production. Subscribe to The Filter wherever you get your podcasts.